Hi everyone, welcome to Griglish Outdoors. Today we're retesting the power output and accuracy of the Gamo P25 air pistol. This is a pellet air pistol that I reviewed previously on the channel. Some people had some doubts on the power output figures that I presented. Today I'm out again. I'm going to try 4 different types of pellets, all different weights and materials. And we're also going to check out its accuracy again as well, except this time, instead of doing it from a standing position, I'm going to do it from a resting position to give it the best chance. Just to note that today is much cooler than the original day I tested this, so it will affect the power output levels due to this being a CO2 pistol. But let's get on with the testing and see what we find out. So, results from the Chronograph testing. The Norica Devast pellets, which were 0.7 grams, had a velocity of 99 meters per second or 325 feet per second, which worked out as 3.43 joules or 2.53 foot-pounds. The Crosman pointed pellets at 0.51 grams travelled at 139 meters per second or 456 feet per second, which equates to 4.93 joules or 3.64 foot-pounds. The Gamo Match training pellets were 0.49 grams and travelled at 141 meters per second or 463 feet per second, which worked out to be 4.87 joules or 3.59 foot-pounds. The Quintor pellets were 0.23 super light, as they were lead-free pellets, went 160 meters per second or 525 feet per second. That worked out to be 2.94 joules or 2.17 foot-pounds. Now if we compare that to the previous testing that I did in July of this year, just to note the temperature that day was about 25 degrees centigrade in the sun. When I'm testing these today it was about 5 degrees, so a 20-degree difference. That needs to be taken into consideration. But as we see, there is a significant difference. The range of the velocities today were between 99 and 160 meters per second versus the 242.6 meters per second originally, and the power was vastly different too, from 14.41 joules to an average of 4.04 joules. So the results are vastly different from the summertime testing, but I think I found out what part of the problem was. I noticed that if I held the gun too close to the chronograph, the readings came out higher, and sometimes I got multiple readings for one shot. I think therefore the ejection of the CO2 was being picked up as well as the pellet. You see the targets from today with the various different pellets. Here I've highlighted the actual points of impact on the targets. You will see that there are only 6 on the Quintor Tornado pellets, as unfortunately I ran out of pellets during the practicing today. But 5 of 6 pellets ended up in the black of the target, and all of the pellets landed in the target itself. With the Gamo Match, 6 out of 8 pellets landed in the black, and all of the pellets were on target. The Crosman pointed, 3 out of 8 in the black, all on target, but unfortunately the Norica Devast pellets seem to be a little bit all over the place. I think they're a little bit too heavy for this gun. Only managed to get 1 in the black and 3 overall on the target. For some reason the pellets kept on firing low, like they were losing so much energy very quickly out of the barrel. If we then compare that to the July testing, when the pellets seem to be all over the place, the accuracy is much better today. I think I've gotten a little bit more used to the gun, and also I used a rest today, which also helped too. The gun itself still has a hell of a kick out of it, especially compared to other air guns I've tried, including blowback versions. One thing I noticed is I got a maximum of 40 shots out of one 12-gram CO2 cylinder. So obviously it is losing a lot of gas via the blowback and via ejecting those pellets. So overall, the figures from the power output are more in line with the manufacturer's quoted figures, if you look at the average figures of today. Potentially my problem was the fact I was holding the gun too close to the chronograph, and this does kick a hell of a lot of the gas out to the front of the barrel when you fire the pellets out. For me, I think that might have been the issue. Also, today was a cooler day too. So apologies for presenting data that might be a little bit misleading in the last video. It wasn't my intention at all. My chronograph, as far as I'm aware, was working perfectly fine. I've tested since then and the chronograph is spot on too. But today seems to be a little bit more accurate, I think. So I hope I've addressed the issues that were raised by some viewers in the previous video today. Do let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video, and if you feel this is more of an accurate display of the power, or if you still think there are issues with the gun itself. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, thanks for watching, take care, much love, see you next time.